Welcome to The Explainer. Have you ever wished you could just know what someone is really thinking? Well, today we're going to dive into some fascinating psychology tricks that might get you a little closer to doing just that. So to kick things off, let's try a little test. Right here, right now. Let's see if I can read your mind. All right, just follow the 4 simple steps on the screen. Go ahead, I'll give you a second. Think of the country. Get that second letter. Now the animal. Okay, lock it in. Got it? Okay, if I had to guess, I'm willing to bet you're thinking about an elephant in Denmark. How close was I? So what just happened there? Was that some kind of magic, or is there something else going on? Yeah, it's not magic at all. It's psychology. It's a perfect example of how our brains follow predictable patterns. And it turns out, people give away these little clues all the time without even realizing it. So let's start with the most expressive part of our body, the place where all those secrets hide in plain sight, the face. You've heard the saying, the eyes are the window to the soul, right? Well, psychology tells us they can also be a window into how someone's brain is working, specifically whether they're remembering something or making it up. Here's a popular idea. When someone looks up and to their left, they're probably accessing a memory. But if they look up and to their right, they might be tapping into their creative brain to construct a story. Now, it's a fascinating theory, but I should mention that scientific studies have had mixed results. Still, it's a really interesting thing to watch out for. Okay, what about a smile? We see them all the time, but not all smiles are the real deal. So how can you tell the difference? The secret is all in the eyes. A real, genuine smile actually involves the muscles around your eyes, creating those little crinkles at the corners. A fake or polite smile, that usually just involves the mouth and cheeks. It's a tiny detail, but it says everything. And our lips? They're also giving away clues. Tucking lips inward can be a sign of nervousness, like they're holding something back. Biting their lip? That can mean they're distracted. And watch for someone covering their mouth. That's a big one. It's often an unconscious reflex to literally stop themselves from revealing something. But of course, it's not just about the face. Our entire body is talking, sending unspoken signals from our hands, our feet, and even the way we move our head. Let's start with a classic, folded arms. This is textbook closed-off body language. It creates a physical barrier, and it can suggest someone is feeling defensive or just not open to what you're saying. Of course, context is everything. They could also just be cold. On the flip side, you have open body language, like showing your palms. This is a nearly universal sign of honesty and openness. It signals that you have nothing to hide and you're ready to engage with the other person. All right, here's a fascinating one that most people completely miss. Look at their feet. I'm serious, if someone's feet are pointed directly at you during a conversation, that's a great sign that they are fully engaged and giving you their complete attention. But if you notice their feet are angled away, maybe pointing towards the door, that's a huge subconscious sign that they want to leave. Their body is literally pointing where their mind wants to go. It's a huge tell. Even simple head movements can tell you a whole lot. For example, really rapid nodding might not mean they agree, but that they want you to hurry up. A hand to the forehead can signal stress or worry, but that slight head tilt when you're speaking, that's gold. It shows they're truly interested and listening closely. All right, finally, let's get to the ultimate truth test. This is the technique that puts all the focus on timing, and it can be a huge clue when you're trying to figure out if someone's being straight with you. See, the real secret here isn't what someone says, it's how they say it. That little bit of silence, that space between your question and their answer, that's where the most important information is hiding. So how does it work? It's a really simple 3-step process. First, you ask a direct question. Second, and this is the most important part, you just stay silent. Don't say a word. Then third, you just watch. Carefully observe the speed of their response. So a response that comes at a normal, natural pace, that's your baseline for truth. But an answer that comes out way too fast, that's a red flag. It often means the answer was rehearsed. On the other hand, if they're hesitant, slow, or kind of choppy with their words, they might just be building the lie as they go. The big takeaway here is that so much of our communication goes way beyond words. But remember, none of these are foolproof lie detectors. People are complex. The real skill isn't just about spotting these cues. It's about using them to ask better questions and to listen more deeply. So, as you go about your day, what conversations might you see a little differently now?